Alright guys, stick with me to the end of the video and I'll explain to you about this homemade cinnamon rolls. So guys, as you can see, we've got quite a few logs in. This is all that we got from that cutover that you saw when I was pulling logs up onto the truck, and where we found those 5 big pine trees at. So you can tell we've gotten quite a lot of work done today. Ended up with 20 logs, so that's very good. And these are 20 12-foot sections. So we're debating whether to do a 15-foot wide cabin and a 20-foot long, or no, and a 12-foot long, or a 12 feet wide and a 15-foot long. We thought, you know, maybe a 15-foot long cabin would look a little cooler. And it would
gotta look cool.
You gotta look cool, and it would you know, give us a little more floor space as far as how we're thinking about organizing what's inside of the cabin. But then again, we'd have more space to maybe put like a table or something up against the wall with a 15-foot long cabin instead of a 15-foot wide. So it's still all in the works, guys. Just because we got the logs here, it does not mean that we're finished. And oh, if you're wondering, of course, I've told you that these are 12-foot sections. We cut some 15-foot sections to do some different things with at another cutover today. But all we did today, other than cutting those sections up, we took everything that we already got and we skinned them. Now, you'll notice back here, we've started to build the frame. What we were doing there is just setting them up off the ground to dry. But then we kind of, you know, came to the realization that we don't have to set them up like the real log cabin yet. Since they're drying, you know, why waste all that energy? We can just lay some logs on the ground. Now, they're not laying directly on the ground. They're laying on some more supports that are going across 2 hills. So they're still up off the ground. Even though it might not look like it in the back, all of them still have ground clearance. So air can get underneath, and no moisture will sit there on the bottom side of the log. Very nice. So we got a lot of work done today, guys. Pants, shirt, hair covered in fine sap. But it's, you know, it's all for the end result.
We accomplished our goal today. Our goal was to get all these logs debarked,
yep,
and set up so they could dry a little. We had a lot of rain come through, so, and we hit that goal. And it comes time, you know, we didn't get a lot of footage of exactly what we were doing, but we had to put the phone down and go to work. And that's just how it laid out. Decided to get this little fire going.
All right.
Set up a couple AquaQuest tarps. It's going to be hard to see. I can't wait to get my gimbal again. And we decided to do a little hammock camping tonight. Normally we try to have something a little better for dinner. Yeah. But this was kind of a rush process today, and we decided to go the old ramen noodle route and canned chunk chicken.
So that chicken is
boiling.
a nice rolling boil.
Nice.
About time to go ahead and add that ramen noodles in.
Yeah, buddy. It's good stuff right here. All right, folks, we're going to turn in for the night. We'll see you in the morning.
Morning, folks. Woke up. It's about 45 degrees outside, so it's pretty chilly out. Got a fire started, and of course we went ahead and got some pancakes on as soon as the coal bed, kind of formed there. Had a good night of sleep, and I stayed really warm. And as long as big trick to hammock camping, well, really any form of camping, stay on your sleeping mat. If you can stay on your sleeping mat, you will have a good night of sleep. And last night was a good night of sleep for me. Slept all the way through, straight up to 7 o'clock this morning. So, had a good night. So we're gonna go ahead and cook up some pancakes. Had a good cup of coffee this morning. That's good stuff.
Wee. A little charred there, but hey, that's good for the soul. It's gonna be some good pancakes.
Okay, guys, we're out here this morning, just grabbing a few more logs, because we know from what we've seen on YouTube, what we've seen by kind of already putting the stack together, we probably only have enough to do the walls, not really the roof, or we might not even have enough to do the walls at the height we want. So either way, we're gonna have to grab a few more logs. And we know that even if these logs don't get used on the cabin project, we're gonna build an outhouse out here, we're gonna build a tool shed, so it'll always get used somewhere else. I'm gonna show you real quick what kind of setup we have going on here. Of course, human minds go, you get tired of rolling logs of, across all these piles and stuff. So you think to yourself, we have a truck. So we found some old steel cable in our shop. We have a chain, got the steel cable hooked up to the truck, and we're gonna see how this goes. We might have to set up some guiding poles to kind of let the log roll across it as it goes. So it doesn't get caught up in all these piles and stuff. Because the truck's gonna go, but the steel cable's pretty thin, and getting caught in a pile like that, it could snap. I kind of doubt it though, because this stuff seems pretty strong, and I don't know. We're gonna give it a run, guys.
We had a pretty light breakfast this morning, so this afternoon for lunch we're gonna bake up some Cornish hens in the Dutch oven. Maybe do a little peach cobbler, have some collards, and some yams on the side. Good eating today. Now the way that I like to prepare these to keep the tips, wing tips from burning, just kind of slice right under there and just shove those in just like that. Kind of protects it and holds the wing against the breast so it doesn't cook so fast. Do the same there. And just shove them right on in there, right up under that skin. So it holds it there. And then for these legs, take this excess skin here, poke a little hole in there. Get that out of the way so I can see what I'm doing here. Poke a little hole in there. Take that leg. All right, through there. And you take the other side and do the same thing. Hook that wing back in, up under that skin. And these are just about ready to go on. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper in here, some little water, and we're gonna roast these things. good eating today, folks. A little salt and pepper. That ought to do it. A little water in the bottom. So we're going to put these on the coals. Now the butter I'm going to melt for homemade peach cobbler. Pretty good stuff. Pretty easy to do. Oh yeah. Love some candy yams. These things are just delicious. Yes, sir. All right, let's have a peek at those Cornish hens. Oh boy. Okay, they're just about done. Give them just a little while longer. Self-rising flour. And sugar. This is a very sweet treat. Some milk. And this is going to be just about the consistency of pancake batter. A little dash of vanilla extract. Let's mix this up and then we'll add it to the butter. And we're going to put that on and let it bake while we're eating lunch. Okay, with these, just dump them right into that melted butter. Ooh, look at that, isn't that beautiful? And then take our mix. Just dump it right in. Going to add a dash of cinnamon. Look at that. Man, that's good enough to eat already. So I'm going to take this and put it in the Dutch oven here. And we're going to serve up our lunch and let this bake. Oh, got it in there without spilling. All right. Now, put the coals on the top there. And should still have enough heat left. That's going to be a good meal there. Okay, through the miracle of time, our lunch is done and we are hungry. Look at that. Man, oh man. A little collards for that growing young man. Now, I'm going to tell you what, folks. That's some good eating right there. Look at that. Man, oh man. All right, we're going to say our grace.
All right, folks, here we have it. So, yeah, I just get a little bit of that. Good old chicken meat. Got some yams on there too, but that's fine. Wow. That's awesome. Man, we have recently been eating really nice out here. And I think we're going to keep that trend going. And, wow. Chicken is, that's over the top. That's good right there, guys. And of course, the beautiful thing about these Cornish hens, they're a perfect size for one person. They're cheap. And as you see, it doesn't take a whole lot to bake one up out here in a Dutch oven. So, wow, that's really good there. Got a nice skin on the top. Nice meat underneath.
Look at that. Man. Happy Thanksgiving from the Roberts boys to all of you. We're thankful for you guys tuning in to us and just watching our channel and commenting and interacting with us the way that you do. We thank you for it. We're thankful for you guys. Oop, let's turn that around. Look at that. Man, oh man. Coming right on out of there. No cutting with the K-bar necessary.
Chew on the right side of the mouth, man.
All right, we're going to give the cobbler a look. Whoa. Woo, look at that. Man. I say she's done. There she is, folks. Look at that. Man. That's some good stuff there. No, that's done. That's well. I wish I hadn't had so much heat right there. I didn't realize that I did. But again, that gives it character. Look at that. Good gracious on me. Mm. Here we go. Even the char pieces are great. This is a wonderful, easy to do snack. Again, I'll have the recipe down in the description box below.
Alrighty, folks, that about does it for today. Got a good little bit of work in. Kind of have to head in early today. I have a little thing to do with my church this evening. But before we go, we wanted to show you what we've done to the cabin and how we've we've got it stacked up. Now, of course, realistically, this is how high we want it. Now, once we start notching this, you see, this is eye level, right? So at the peak of the roof in here, it'll be you'll be able to walk, and it'll be really nice. And this is basically what we're thinking about having this high. That means for each side we're gonna have to have another 3 or 4 logs. So we got a little more work to do, but at least seeing this frame kind of come together and just kind of start to dry out, which is the main reason why we set these up like this, so air can get under them and really start to dry these things out. But seeing this right here is already just sending so many ideas through my mind.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it's just nice to see some of the hard work start to go ahead and pay off. As you can see, you know, frame's coming up really nice, and we got a couple more trees today actually that we need to add to the pile here.
So right here in the center where these two logs are crossing is where we're thinking about having our fireplace. And then right along in here is where the door is going to go.
Yep.
And then to the left and to the right, we have a couple of windows.
Now, real quick, so you guys might can understand this at home what we're thinking about doing. These are 12-foot log sections. Right now, this is a 12-foot, 12 by 12, perfect square right there, right, of these logs. What we want is to end up with a 15 by 12. And how we're going to do that, we're thinking about a 3-foot door. It's, you know, fairly standard, and I think that'll work good, especially having, you know, bringing big packs in and stuff. 3-foot door should work out pretty perfect. So what we're going to do is cut these 12-foot logs directly in half, so equally have 6 feet on each side. We're going to then move the logs out to accommodate for that 3 feet of space for the door. So we end up with 6 foot, 3 foot, 6 foot. So you get an extra 3 feet out of that, meaning that we're going to have a 15-foot wide cabin instead of having a 12, and then once it's all together, try to cut a door or something like that out. We'd rather go ahead and cut them in half now and move them out so we get extra space in our cabin. You know, that's what we're all about. And it's barely any extra work for us other than just cutting 4 15-foot logs. So we've already got a bunch of 12s. We got like 2 or 3 15-foot sections over there. So we need to cut one more of that, and maybe a 15-foot ridgepole. And we're thinking about doing a porch as well. So guys, so many ideas, so many things are going on right now. We are going to build a fireplace in this. You know, it's going to get hot quick in there, you know, 'cause this is
in that small space.
But hey, that's what it's all about.
That's what we want.
On a cold night, you know.
That's right.
I would like to be able to just sleep with a blanket on, you know, not have to go extreme cold weather bags out here.
And again, all of these logs were moved by hand.
Yep.
And when I say by hand, mostly, and when I say mostly, I mean 99% moved by Gabriel's hand. Come here and put your hand beside this log so they can get an idea of
the bottom one.
yeah, that bottom one there. That's a big log. That's a heavy log.
And that's all the way around. These are,
and that's just one of
actually
several.
There's even a bigger one on the back there. These are some pretty good sized logs, guys. But hey, it's what we're all about, you know.
That's right. Okay, I think we're gonna end our day here and head on back home. See the missus. Get Gabriel over to church. And we'll catch up with you guys later.
Guys, heading up to put the cinnamon rolls up here to get auctioned off. As we help real quick, 10 guys are going to pass out paddles and stuff, so people can, you know, auction our desserts off. So it's a pretty neat little function we have going here. And real quick, guys, number one thing we're thankful for this year, and of all time, really, is the blessing of God giving us His Son, the blessing of salvation. Guys, if you don't know if you're saved or if you don't know how to get saved, click on that link in the description box below. It'll take you right there, and you can learn how to get saved. So make sure to click down there if you don't know. And I'm gonna go put this cinnamon rolls up real quick.
All right, second to last dessert. This is a scratch-made cinnamon buns made by Gabriel Roberts, folks. Dessert 29 is a dozen large cinnamon buns that are sure to leave you satisfied with the gooey cinnamon brown sugar swirl topped with a vanilla cream cheese icing. And P.S. they may make you slap your mama. Have mercy.
All right, now, tell me what you're going to find. 35, asking 40, and 40, 40, and 40, and 40, and 40, and 40, $45, $50, $50, $51, $51, $51, $50, asking $51, $55, $51, $51, $50, asking $55, $55, $55, $55, asking $55, $55, $55, $60, $60, $61, $61, $65, $65, $61, $60, asking $65, $60, $60, asking $65, $65, $60, asking $65, $65, $60, asking $65, $65, $60, asking $65, $65, $70, $70, $70, $65, $70, $70, now $75, $75, $70, asking $75, $75, $75, $75, $75, $75, $75, $70, asking $75, $75, $75, $75, $70, asking $75, $75, $75, do it one more time, $75, $80, $80, $75, $80, I'm a $75, $80, $85, $85, $85, $85, $85, $80, asking $85, $85, $85, $85, $85, $90, $90, I'm a $90, $85, $90, I'm a $90, $90, $85, asking $90, $90, $90, $95, $95, $95, $95, $90, asking $95, $95, $95, $90, asking $95, $95, $95, $90, asking $95, $95, $90, asking $99, $95, $90, asking $99, $95, $99, $95, $100, $100. It ain't nobody over here bidding, I promise you. 95, 100, 100, 100, 95, 100. I'm 100, 100, 95, 100. I'm 95, 195, and 100. 95, 100, 95, 100. I'm 195, 100, 100, 100. You're out. I'm 95, 95, 95, 100. I ask 100, all in, all done. All in, all done. Sold it right there for $95 to buy number 171. For $95 to buy number 171.
Congratulations. I can't believe I said slap your mom on the radio, Gabe.
That's what did it.
Oh, last but not least, we have this.
And that's a wrap,
dessert here.
folks. We'd like to thank you for joining us this weekend as we got a lot of work done out at the farm, as we came back home, had a great day at church, and just had an absolutely amazing dessert auction. Again, guys, we do that every year, and that actually, all the proceeds from that go straight to our teen ministry at our church. Helps us fund things like teen activities out of town, teen camps, stuff like that. So all in all, that's just a great, a thing to do for our church, and it really helps us out. So again, we'd like to thank you for joining us there. Guys, again, if you don't know how to be saved, click that link down below. It's the most important decision you'll ever make in your life, and we've laid it out extremely easy for you. And hey, drop a comment down below if you want to. We love to hear that kind of stuff from you, and it encourages us a lot. So if someone does get saved and you feel bold enough, go ahead and drop it down there, guys. It's something that needs to be shared, and hopefully this will be a platform that we can do it on. So again, we'd like to thank you for joining us this weekend. Happy Thanksgiving from us to you. And as always, may the wings of liberty never lose a feather. And God bless.